Hey guys, time to do the update. Much changed since last time. Over in the top left up here, I had the orchid and the Anubias Nanchon over there. Don't know what I did wrong. The orchid was doing fine, and then it just died in a matter of 2 days. So pulled that out. And I was like, well, that corner's kind of bare now that the orchid's not there. So I'm like, well, I'll pull the Nanchon out. I'll throw it in the shrimp tank. And I took the Siamanthus 53B, which is this one. Cut that off. Put another one back in that corner there. So waiting for that to grow out. This is pre-water change. I see I have to stick this back in the rock there. I just got home from work, so we're kind of looking at the tank for the first time today too. The crypts in the back are starting to get a little taller there. Might be due to the fact that I bumped the light up a little bit. I was sitting at a 20% power on my light, and everything was kind of just holding, but I wasn't getting really any growth. So I decided to bump it up. So we'll probably see some more algae show up again. It kind of was pretty stable for a while. But with more light comes more algae usually. The narrow leaf pondweed just went bananas over the last week here. It's about tripled in size, so we'll see if that reaches the top of the tank or not. We might have to shuffle that around to the back or whatnot. It's fine being up front right now just because it's so thin. You can see past it and everything, so it's not like it's the worst thing in the world. Back in on this side. So this was all the original planting of the Hygrophilia polysperma rosenvig, which now is just pretty much all green. I don't shoot enough light on this tank to get it to change color. But anyways, this is all the tops that have been replanted, and you see they're nice and big, beefy, and green, whereas on this side it's all holy and just doesn't, they're not doing the best. And they've all been cut, so they've all split into two, and it's getting real tangled up in there. So what we're gonna have to do is, once those start growing up, I'm gonna top them, pull the plants out of the sand, replant the tops, and then they'll come back all nice like the ones on the left hand side, because these ones are submersed, whereas the ones on the left are the immersed form from, you know, being bought at the pet store. So on to the new plants that I had purchased. The weeping moss is starting to, you know, fan out and get more of that submersed form going on. It's not so skinny and weird looking. What you really want out of weeping moss is nice fanned out fronds, and they droop over, right? So it's got a long ways to go before it's fully in its submersed form. The rotella looks like it's grown about an inch in the last 3 weeks. It's probably gonna have to be topped and replanted again too, because it looks like the bottom immersed form is dying out in record time, but the tops are looking pretty healthy. Other things going on in the tank. The Buce Angel crocodile, that's that big giant buce right there. It's starting to put on some new leaves. It did lose about 4 or 5 of its old leaves, but I've got at least 4 new leaves coming in, so that's good. And Amano is trying his best to rip out that mini Kedagang. Look at him, he's just giving her on that thing. Yeah, other than that, everything's doing pretty good in the tank. Oh, I bumped you a little bit. Not much is new. No different stockings the last 2 weeks. We're just kind of letting everything grow in. Because of the new light, the downo is doing pretty good. I've got a runner coming up here, and I've definitely already had a runner in the middle replant itself. So the more downo we can get, the better. Yeah, we're gonna do a zoom in on that hydrocotyl rosenvig there, so I can show you what I mean by how damaged it looks. So let's get in there. So I don't know how well you can see it, but this part of the Hygrophilia rosenvig polysperma is like way less healthy than the other half. So that's what I mean about it has to be pulled up and replanted. We'll take it back out to 2 times, and then we'll try to do a slow pan through here. Well, you guys have yourselves a great day. Have a good one.